Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Kidmissing Radio. Today my guest will be Hope Berg Sprenger. She is the mother of missing Kayla Berg. Kayla was 15 years old when she disappeared from Antigo, Wisconsin on August 11th, 2009. Kayla was 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighed 105 pounds. She was last seen in the company of Kevin Kilcheski, age 24, a friend of her brother's. She was a gymnast. And here's her mom. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. What I usually do first is I was just giving the basic information, is just have you tell about the day that she went missing. Now, I realize for some reason she wasn't reported for 6 days.
Right.
Why did it take so long? I mean, I know you guys thought she was with each other, but for 6 days?
There was a lot of miscommunication between her father and I. Yeah. You know, she was at her dad's. She was staying by her dad during that time. And she was kind of in and out with her friends throughout the day. I talked to her that afternoon, probably around 2 o'clock. But she was going to call me later. She decided to, go somewhere, so I knew where she was. Well, she didn't call, and then apparently, I guess, her brother's friend went and picked her up, and her dad let her go, and from that point on, she, her dad would call but not leave a message. So by the time I'd get all that situated, get back, and he's like, well, no, it was just, she was with me, or I thought he was with her, and Jimmy thought that he was with her dad, and it was just a complete mess.
Yeah, and that allowed valuable time to slip away, unfortunately.
Correct.
And that does happen. So, is this Kevin Kilcheski a suspect, or just a person of interest, or?
Well, they tried to bring up, second-degree reckless endangerment charges. So we were in and out of court with that, and they let that go. To my knowledge, he is considered to be, definitely a person of interest, probable suspect, along with the supposed boyfriend over in Wausau.
That's another thing. Do we know who she was going to meet that night and why she was going to? I know that house hadn't originally been condemned, but why she was going to that particular house, who she was going to meet?
I'm not sure on that. Again, like I said, by the time I was able to actually talk to Kevin, of course, he couldn't remember anything, naturally. And I was very confused because he's like, well, where I dropped her off, there was a lot of one-way streets. And I'm like, no, if you dropped her off where you said you did, it's one shot in and one shot out. And she knew that house said that he wasn't living there, because she had told me that earlier in the week, that she had rode over there with a friend, the supposed boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend or whatever. She had said that she had went over to Wausau to see him, which I was not pleased about, and told me that they had moved.
Town?
No, it's the same town, but it would be the one in Wausau. But it was in the same town, but a different place, different residence. So why she would have wanted...
is in Wausau?
Do what?
So Antigo is in Wausau?
No. These are two separate cities.
Oh.
They're about 40 minutes apart.
Oh, I thought she was missing from Antigo.
Well, see, that's the thing. We don't know if she really ever made it to Wausau. So the last time she was physically seen by somebody else It was in Antigo at the McDonald's around 9:30. They had pulled in to get some cheeseburgers or something.
Is that a
Because she had
small
talked to her.
town?
Antigo,
Really?
yes. Approximately 8,100 people, maybe.
Oh, about like where I live. Yeah, and her boyfriend was 19.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Which was not approved of by me, by any means. That's way too old for 15-year-old,
yeah,
and 15-year-old shouldn't be dating that either.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the case against. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just, I didn't believe in that, period. And she knew it, but a typical teenager, we've all been there. You sneak around behind mom and dad's back.
I never did that. I was never that brave.
No. Yeah.
Or stupid. I'm not sure which.
Oh, yeah.
So, Kilchewski was charged, but ultimately the charges were dismissed for giving her drugs?
No, it was a second-degree reckless endangerment. I don't know why they didn't charge him with giving him, anybody drugs is illegal, but especially a minor, I was kind of confused on that. I know there's a lot of law stuff that I don't understand, but I'm like, he admitted to giving her the marijuana or whatever. I don't understand why he didn't get charged with that. They were saying because she wasn't physically here to, I don't know. I'm not sure on all the legal stuff with that.
Yeah, I know that this person was a friend of your son's.
Mhm. Yeah, he used to come over to the house all the time. He sit at the dinner table, have dinner with us. Yeah.
How is your son taking that? Well,
He took it very, 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 very hard at first. Then they kind of started speaking, and now they don't talk at all.
I can't blame him there.
Right.
Do we have any idea where her boyfriend actually was that night?
No.
Does he have any alibi for that night at all?
I'm not exactly sure on that. Again, I believe, he says he was with his brother. So originally when they took him in to talk with him, they pulled in his brother too. So I'm guessing they were saying they were together.
Okay.
It seemed like that the main focus with my police department in Antigo was Kilchewski, because he was the last one physically seen with her by somebody else.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Where do you think she actually disappeared from? Do you have any theories yourself?
I'm not sure. I'm so conflicted on this. If she did make it to Wausau, which I'm not, I do not fully believe at all, just with what I was being told from Kilchewski, it didn't make sense to me. If he did drop her off like he says, well, I don't know. Then I would say Wausau. But as far as my main focus right now, I stick with the Antigo story, because it's just what Kilchewski was telling me when I finally got to talk to him. None of it made sense.
Yeah. We don't know who she was going to meet that night.
She was going to meet the ex-boyfriend, Miguel.
Ah. How is Kayla's dad holding up?
Unfortunately, Kayla's dad passed away.
Oh.
Kayla's dad passed away 3 years ago. His battle with the illness that he had finally got him.
Very sorry to hear that. So I guess Sprenger wasn't her dad.
No. That would be his stepdad.
And I will repeat this at the end of the show, but the Antigo Police Department, if you have any information, is 715-627-6411.
Correct.
There is a $20,000 reward from the FBI, is that still?
Yes, that is still valid and it is still out there. That's leading to arrest and conviction.
Mm-hmm.
But, with anybody that would have any type of knowledge or something they think is minor could be the piece of the puzzle we're missing.
Yep.
I really, you want to remain anonymous, you can. There's also, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the Wisconsin Clearinghouse, the FBI.
Right.
You can put in a tip anywhere.
1-800-GO-LOST.
Right.
Okay, she has scars from laparoscopic surgery. She was wearing silver ring and silver necklace. Her ears are double pierced. Huh?
Yes.
Her ears are double pierced. She has no appendix. And her belly button is pierced. No. And she goes by KK.
Right.
Yes. I understand that she was a gymnast. And that was one of the reasons that you came back to Wisconsin from Texas, which according to your Facebook, you're originally from Texas.
Yes.
Because she wanted to go back into the gymnastics program.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about her. How long had she been doing gymnastics?
She started out probably about, age 7, 8. And it really clicked with her, and she enjoyed it. And from there on, that's what she was doing. And as she got older, she got into the dance stuff at school. And it was, dance and gymnastics. That was her major love right there.
That's great.
Yes.
Certainly keep you in shape.
Oh, yeah.
So, had she won any titles?
Her class did take a couple of titles throughout the years that she was doing it. I still have one of the big trophies sitting in my room.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted people to get to know Kayla the person. You know?
She's a, bright, bubbly kid, energetic, caring, compassionate, would do anything she could to help somebody.
Oh, go ahead.
That was just her. Very bubbly attitude. Loved doing things. Loved being with her friends.
Did she have a lot of friends?
With the family? Oh, yeah.
No, all I was going to ask you was, do you think that there's any possible chance that she may have disappeared on her own?
No, absolutely not. 100% no.
Parents are usually right about that, I find.
I know my child, and no. And even if she would have, it wouldn't have been this long without a trace from nothing, not her brother, nobody, no contact with anybody, no.
So it's only her and her brother?
Yep.
And he's quite a bit older.
No, just 2 years.
Oh, because his friend was 24, so I thought he was...
Yep, yeah, he was older. But, at that point in time, I thought he was a decent kid, held a job, stayed out of trouble, but, little did I know what happened when Mom wasn't around, more or less.
Do you think that he had some kind of interest in Kayla that maybe she didn't reciprocate?
I'm not sure. There are times that I kind of feel like that. I was told when they were at friends' houses or whatever, instead of hanging with the boys, he was always in by the younger girls. Most of Kayla's friends were a year younger, a year older. There was that age group right in there.
Yeah, all jailbait.
Mhm.
So I guess, because that's what I wondered immediately when I read the story was, did he have maybe she wasn't interested, and something went wrong.
Well, right. What was that? And then when I found out about the marijuana issue, and I've heard some other stories about Mr. Kilchewski with harder drugs, I thought, well, did he give her something and she OD'd and he panicked? there's so many different scenarios that have went through my mind that it is just unbelievable.
Would it be unusual for her to use drugs, though, especially as an athlete?
Yeah. Especially something of a higher caliber than marijuana. I mean, you know, I know kids are going to experiment. It's unfortunately, it's the day and age that we live in. But it didn't seem logical. She had to do drug testing. She loved her sport. She wouldn't jeopardize that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're right. A lot of kids do pot, and that's not unusual. The harder stuff's a little more unusual.
Yeah.
And you're right, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Of course, if I had a teenager, I would prefer they didn't do any of it, but, you know.
Well, exactly, yeah. I agree 100%, but, you know, unfortunately, today's day and age, it's really horrible.
Yeah. You know, while I always wanted kids, I'm kind of grateful I'm not raising teenagers right now, because I'm at that age where my kids would be teenagers.
Mhm. Yeah, her brother's finally on the right path, and he's doing great for himself, and I couldn't be more proud of him, and dealing with everything that we have to deal with on a daily basis. You know, he's doing really good. We both struggled in the beginning, but we've picked ourselves up and moved on. You know, not moved on necessarily, but we're getting our lives back together.
Yeah. Have they done any searches in or around that condemned property?
Oh, yeah. Yes, they have. They've done them. There's an area also over there they call Sylvan Hill. They've searched that whole wooded area. They've done a lot of searches in the surrounding counties and our county. They're working very hard on it.
Well, the county is Wausau, right?
Mhm.
Okay, that's what I thought. What was I going to say? Yeah, I know that depending on what the terrain is like where you live, it can be difficult. Like here, we have an entire state forest. So if you were to dump a body there, it would take a very long time, if ever, to find it. So.
Well, yeah, and you know, with the weather up here, you know, about the only time we can do anything is late in the fall, or you know, later in this or early in the spring before stuff starts overgrowing. It's a slow process, but you know, I know they're out there, and I know they're working hard.
It's absolutely frosty up there in winter.
Oh yeah.
It is here. You know, we can go down to below zero, but.
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to be outside at night in the teens and wind chills below zero, like we have and you have. So,
yeah, it's bad enough when you got to get up and go to work in the morning and that.
Yeah. Yeah, my father does that. Still, he's 72 years old.
Wow.
So yeah, that's not fun.
No.
And you guys have the Great Lakes, so you get even more snow.
Yeah, we do. Winters are trying, but you know, we get that little bit of a break, and they try to get the dogs up here as much as they can to run their circuit. Unfortunately, nothing has been successful. Can't really say unfortunate. I mean, it's kind of a mixed emotion where no news is good news, but some closure would be nice, or you know, something.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to know.
You know, I'm going on 7 years here coming up next month. I never thought it would be this long.
August 11th.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't even imagine that. You know, my mother and I talked about it because we do this stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I would rather have them, you know, find my child no longer with us than to never find my child and wonder if my child is being held like J.C. Dugard, or if my child is away somewhere. Where are they?
Right.
You know?
Or, then you got the slave trade or the sex trade, and you got this and you got that. I mean, yes, I would, 7 years without your loved one that should be there, even though they would have been grown by now and probably in college, it's a very long time to sit in a constant state of wonder and, not knowing is very difficult.
Yeah, she'd be, 22?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was only 5'2", 108 pounds, so she was tiny.
Mhm. Yep.
Which is good for a gymnast to be short. So.
Well, right.
I have no business saying she's short. I'm only 4'8", but.
Wow. No, she was very athletic. Then kept her, did her workouts.
Now, according to the pictures, she had dirty blonde hair.
It varied. She liked to color it. She had
like
it dark for a while. Yeah, she had it dark for a while, more or less like the natural color. But ultimately, I'd say, not really a brown, but a lighter brown.
Yeah. And
beautiful, big, dark brown eyes.
Yeah. And you guys can see the pictures going through as we're talking on the screen. We have 8 minutes left. Is there anything you'd like to say to Kayla if by any chance she hears this?
If by any chance she hears this, find a way to let me know. Let me know you're okay. We need to know where you are. If there's some circumstance and you can't, try your hardest, because we're not giving up. I will never give up.
That's right, because there's always a chance.
Correct.
We saw JC, we saw the 3 in Cleveland. There's always a chance.
Correct. No, I will never stop. I will never stop searching. I will never stop doing what I'm doing until I know exactly what happened.
I don't blame you, because I would do exactly the same thing. That's why I do this.
Right. And I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Is there anything you'd like to say to the person or people responsible for you not having your daughter with you?
Oh. I guess
okay
to just be polite about it. To be polite about it. Just give her back to me. Let me know what happened. I need to know what happened. And if you are out there and think you're going to get away with it, let me tell you, you're not, because I will give my last dying breath till the day I find you.
You sound just like my mom, because that's how my mom would be.
Then I will. I wouldn't care of the circumstances or repercussions. I will find you.
I can't say I blame you there. Excuse me. I want to thank you so much for coming on.
I thank you.
Easy. Oh, you're very welcome. Well, it's never easy for a parent or a sibling, whomever I have on, to do this,
No, it's not. It's bringing up a lot of memories, and I'm probably going to have a little bit of a rough night, but I'm around very close friends and family, so that's what they're there for. I haven't. No, it's fine. Hey, I don't mind doing it. It is, but it is difficult. But I got to do what I got to do, because I'm her only voice right now.
Yep. And this episode will go up either later tonight or tomorrow on my website.
Okay.
The link to it, because I have every episode in an archive on my website, so that you can just click on it and listen to it. It will go up on Facebook. So it's going to be it'll go up on Tumblr. It'll be everywhere, so people will be able to find it.
Great. And
I also want the people listening to know that. excuse me. It's been a horrible allergy day.
Yeah, I hear you.
And actually, it's been cooler here than it's been in days, so I'm happy with that. I don't know if you get the humidity up there, but...
Yeah, it has been just horrid.
Yeah, sorry
Cooled
about
off
the
a
time
little bit.
discrepancy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You know, when I was looking at it online, I'm like, well, I need to make sure because I don't, I didn't want to miss this. So I'm glad that we were able to make it happen.
I thought I wrote EST for Eastern, but maybe I didn't.
Right.
And then I went, and I'm glad I went back because I went back and I said, shoot, if I didn't, she's going to end up calling me an hour from now.
Right. Well, that's why I looked, and one said 5 to 5:30, and then it said on my Facebook it was like 4 to 4:30. I'm like, I need to double check this. So.
Wonder why I came up that way. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, probably because it's 4 o'clock your time.
Right.
Because you're in Central Time. Because it occurred to me, that's why I went back to my Facebook. I said, shoot, I better go back and tell her, and you had already asked. EST,
yeah.
EST. So, I'm like, usually I try to make sure that I write EST because you never know where someone is. I've had people in Canada on my show. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. I really appreciate what you're doing, and it's awesome that there are people out there like you that have this compassion. Because without people like you, her story wouldn't get out as much as it does. So it is greatly appreciated by me and the rest of her family.
Thank you very much. And I will, with your permission, use clips of this on my television show, because I do a television show, Kidmissing TV, on local cable access. So
I've seen that one.
Sometimes I will feature. Huh?
I've seen that. Kayla's been on there a couple times. So yeah, absolutely.
No, not on mine. Mine is my local cable access, and then I put it up on YouTube for everybody to see. When I do it, I will let you know. My last one, I'm still trying to get it up on YouTube, but it's going very, very slowly. It's a big file, so it's going slowly.
Oh, that's okay, though.
So, and I already have the next one written, so it probably won't be for a couple of months.
Oh, that's fine.
So I write in my head. I want you to have a wonderful evening. I hope it isn't too difficult for you. I want to thank everybody that's listening. I want to thank you. Thank you, Lord, for giving me. And there goes the fan. I'm sorry. For giving me the ability to do this and the willingness to do this. God bless you all. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Have a great evening. Good night. Good night, Hope.
Good night. Thank you so very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.